Hey y'all, this is Old School Adventure. Michael Fogus here, working on getting my bike ready for a nice 90-mile backcountry loop, and pretty pumped. We're going to be riding in April up in the Cohutta Wilderness area. They doing this thing called the Cohutta Death March, and so this is my first video, and I was putting these panniers on my bike, and I was thinking, you know, the amount of time that I put and energy I put into figuring out what I wanted, I might as well shoot a quick video and just kind of give you guys a little bit of a taste of these two bags. So right here I have the Waterfly bag. It's a 20-liter plastic dry bag. It's made by Rhino something or another, Rhinowalk. You know, it's the Chinese version, the knockoff brand for this same bag right here, which is the Ortlieb 20-liter BackRoller. So I got this on Sierra Trading for 39 bucks, which I was super pumped about. And then this bad boy here I got for Christmas from my brother-in-law, and I probably wouldn't have chosen the orange, but you know, high vis is good so that when some crazy person is driving past you, you don't get, they see your pannier. So anyway, all right, and you know, we might have some technical difficulties with the video, but we're gonna try and shoot this in one push, and here we go. So this is the Rhinowalk bag. Probably of most interest, these are both 20-liter bags. This one, the Rhinowalk, has this nice outside pocket there, which works pretty good. I've thrown a few things in there. It looks like it's glued on the inside. Or I'm sorry, glued onto the outside of the bag. You know, overall, this bag has been pretty nice. I've used it just a little bit, kind of tooling around. It's got basically the same exact connection features as the. Are you putting the camera on the bags?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. It's got the same exact connection features as the Ortlieb BackRoller. You know, some of these pieces are a little more flimsy, like right here. I don't know, can you zoom in on that? Right here, this little latch that holds the attachment point, you know, is a little bit more flimsy. You have to line it up really nicely with the hole to get it to open and close. This one's just a little easier overall. It opens and closes pretty easy until you put pressure on it. So yeah, and then the lift off of the rack's pretty similar. So this one's got, you know, the handle pull, same deal with this one. You lift it up. The nice thing about the Ortley was that it came with these little insets, so you can kind of see those there, and they fit nicely on the rack, on that toe peak rack that I got, the Explorer. So yeah, the attachment points, I'm going to throw these on the bike in a second. This little bad boy right here, it's just a little bit more beefy, I think. This bottom stay is a little beefier. Overall, the Ortlieb is definitely a little bit beefier bag. The closures I'll show you in just a second. I don't necessarily like this, but I think that's why it was 39 bucks, is because nobody else liked it either. So I'll just suck it up from that standpoint and not worry too much about it. So there you have it. That's what these two bags look like. One more thing, this one doesn't actually have like it doesn't have a pocket or anything on the inside. It does have a plastic sheet back here. You can see it's pretty flimsy. This one's got a pocket on the inside, and this sheet's, well, it's not much stronger, but it's bigger, and it is sandwiched in between this this pocket that's on the inside. So there you have that. These are all rivet pointed in, so it looks, you can see it's kind of riveted in, and honestly the plastic's a little bit heavier on this Ortlieb too. So there's that. This guy's just screwed. Actually, I think these are more like rivets. Yeah, these are actual rivets. That's probably a rivet too underneath there. So, but you can see it. The fit and finish on this is not quite as fancy, but that's what you got right there. So, all right, so we're gonna move on over to the bike. Come on over here, Christian. So I already set these up. I started thinking about this when I was trying to attach this to the bike. So this is the Toe Peak rack right here. It's called the Explorer. This is a Salsa Journeyman, which I've had for about 5 months. Trading in my old school Gary Fisher, which is right there. The Hukui Ku. That was a fun bike for a long time. You can hold the camera on that for a second. I still like to mountain bike, but you know, my wrists and shoulders are not what they used to be. So anyway, I got the rack that is set up for disc brakes, and I think I had an older rack on a bike, old bike, that would have worked okay, but it was a little bit close to the rack there, so, or close to the wheel. And I've got this extra set of wheels here for this Journeyman, these 650s, which are awesome. I don't know, on that trip, I'm not sure what I'm going to use, but I'll probably stick with these skinnies just because we won't really be doing off trail. We'll just be on roads, on dirt roads. So this rack, just got it fired in this morning, and you know, I'm a little bummed with this Salsa. The eyelet here, this riv, whatever you call that, the riv something or another. When I was attaching the rack, it cut loose and started to spin in there. So I tried to reset it, and that didn't work. So I did a few taps on the outer face of it, the rib nut, I guess is what you call it, and that held firm, and I was able to get a screw in. This is super solid. Honestly, you could probably get away with just one of these, but anyway, they're both on there. We'll see. I might take it back out and put some Loctite on that. And these rib nuts or rib sets are really like soft metal, so it's kind of a bummer. I think they're not super sturdy. Ideally, I could pop that out and put a new one in there, which I may end up having to do that at some point. We'll see. All right, so Christian, just bring it in close, man. So this first bag, I'm gonna do this bad boy here. So bring it in close. So as you can see, the setup on this, it's got the same sort of deal as the Ortlieb. So you drop it down on the rack. I already know. Honestly, I don't know exactly where I want to set this on here. I'm gonna probably keep it a little bit forward. But the connection points on that Ortlieb, you just stay over here. On the Ortlieb don't have, they have those insets that make it sit tightly on the rack. And this one doesn't, which is, so it bounces around a little bit. It's a little bit loose on there. I thought about retrofitting something on there, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. So there you have that, and then this bad boy down here, can you see that? Once you come down, you can go through the tire. So that slides around there, and then, so you guys are getting this firsthand, people. So the way this fits on this rack, it doesn't really, it's kind of a bummer. It doesn't, well, that'll work better than what I had before. So there, we'll tighten that bad boy down. Slide up here. All right, so that feels pretty secure. I don't know, I'm definitely gonna have some zip ties on here when I'm on this trip, just to see what happens. You can see how this thing closes up. So I got a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to stuff it out. I'm just going to show you what the deal is. So you can close this two ways. You can roll it, close it like that. If you get it really full, you can close it like that. I think it goes up to like 26 or 27 liters. So I'm just going to stick that on there. And it's got this over the top one right here. That's kind of cool. And we'll just do this. Get that out of the way. This bag also came with a sweet strap, which I don't know if you're into hiking and stuff while you bike. I don't really even know where the connections are for this though. I guess these two things, when you strap it down here, you can clip into that. So there you have that. Moving on, bring it in close for this bad boy. So this one's a lot smoother. Well, that one's stuck. This one's a lot smoother feeling. When you pull the strap, it moves pretty easily. I guess I'm happy with where that is on the rack. I don't know, you'll see what. Come stand on that side. So we'll slot this bad boy on here. I'm gonna run this up through here. Thing I love about these, I have these old I don't know, I think Nash bar or something, Panniers from back in the day, and they, keep your eye on that camera please. They had like all these weird clips that you had to use. Come on down here and shine through. Right through here. They had all these weird clips on here that you had to use for to lash these onto the rack. This one, not so much. I guess I feel okay about this. I don't know. I hadn't done a ton of bike packing, honestly, if you can't tell. So that feels pretty secure. This one's popping around a lot. I'm gonna tighten that down more. Zip ties are gonna be your friend. All right, stand up. So there you have this bad boy. This one, come on around to this side. So same setup here. You just roll this down. It's got a nice lip like on a dry bag. That's kind of nice. Made in Germany. I bet this was made in Germany too. Just kidding.
Made in China.
Made in China. That's right. So this comes down here, and then this is a little funky. This is also a strap that you can carry the bag with. And that comes up here. So that's a nice little integrated feature. And this tightens it down. I mean, that's okay. It's not as obviously airtight as the other one, is it? Let's see if we can get that a little bit more airtight. So I suppose you could do this too on this one. Like I did with that one. And then go over here. Let's see what happens with this. So this just kind of slides into this pocket. And then, yeah, so there you have that. I guess this will be, I don't know. This goes there. It's a little funky. I wonder if there's, I might just put a piece of tape on there or something so that it doesn't slip out. This is not an ideal configuration. It doesn't have anything in the bag, but anyway, there you go. Forget that. So one's holding the air pretty well. This one's, let's get some airflow. That's consideration. I guess we'll see. Hopefully it won't rain. So there you have it. You got the Ortlieb BackRoller 20-liter bag and the Waterfly by Rhinowalk, which you can find those online. Rhinowalk is making their own stuff, and then like a ton of people are buying it and rebranding it. So the cheapest price I've found the Rhinowalks were like around 52, maybe 49 bucks. So that's a screaming deal on this. Sierra Trading right there, baby. There you have it. One other little thing I'll show you. I bought these just for fun. I bought these everything cages right here from Salsa. And I think I cranked one down too tight. It got broke. And
It got broken, not broke.
it got broken. Thank you, sir. I'm pumped because I got these old dry bags, so I'm going to stick those on there with my clothes and all that good stuff. And then I got this old duffel, dry duffel, which semi-dry duffel. And I'm going to use that as my trunk bag. So there you have it. I'll even have a backrest. Man, I am going to be living in the lap of luxury. So that's my setup for now. Feel free to drop comments and let me know what you think. So hope you guys are doing well and look forward to seeing you out in the mountains.